Hello, welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have learned about some of the CSS selector. As I said before, that we're gonna learn about CSS selector as we move into the course. Step by step, we will learn about almost every selector and every CSS property which is we use in this project. So I will explain it to you in step by step. So don't get confused. And if you have any question, ask me. I will answer you. So first, let's add all the classes inside the style.css file in order to style our header section. So first of all, we're gonna copy the wrapper class and also the header wrapper class. And let me scroll down. And the content wrapper. And paste it here. So let's make it a class by putting a dot here and here. So let's add a curly bracket. So we have added the wrapper and header wrapper and the content wrapper. So let's hide some of the HTML. So let's say from here you don't need to see the left and the center and the right. So that's look much better. So let's copy the header class and the navigation class and also the left div class, center div class and the right div class. Copy it and paste it after the header wrapper. Because it's the part of the header wrapper, wherever the element is going inside the document, we are going to add our classes like we created the layout inside the document. Like we have created the wrapper first, so that is why we have added the class for the wrapper on the top, and then we have added the header wrapper. So that is how we added the header wrapper after the wrapper. And then you can see we have added the header. So let's make it a class. And let's add a curly bracket. As you can see, we have added pretty much all the classes, which is wrapper, header wrapper, and header, nav, and left div, center div, right div, and also the content wrapper. So what we are saying here, we have added the class step by step. Likewise, we have created the div. So like you can see, we have added the class for nav and header and the header wrapper and the wrapper and the content wrapper, but we haven't added the children classes of the left div, for the center div, and for the right div. Why? Because we only want to focus on these elements first. Later on we will style these elements. So let's focus on the navigation. So this is the navigation, and inside the navigation we have left div and center div and the right div class. So let's separate this as well. Let me add some space over here as well. So let's style the navigation. So let's open up the final project to see what is we are going to build. So in the final project we can see our navigation is parted into 3 different sections. We can achieve this layout with the old method. Let me show it to you. So for the navigation, and this navigation menu has a width of 100%, and we have a children of this navigation menu, which is left div, center div, and the right div. Let's say we want to select this children inside the navigation menu. Let's say nav. As for selecting the children of the navigation class, we need to add another selector over here, which is a combinator selector. This combinator selector, which is a greater than sign, it will select only the children which is inside the navigation class. It will not select the children of the children like it does in the type selector. So it will only select whatever type selector we use here. It will only select the children of this parent element. So we will say we need to select all the div inside the navigation class, but select only the children of this navigation, not all the div which is inside the navigation. We are saying only to select children of navigation. Let's say we have selected the children of the navigation. For the navigation we have 100% width. If we divide 100% into 3 parts, you will have 33%. Actually it is more than that. Let's simply stay with 33% and save this. If we save this, it will act it, but you can't see it because we haven't added any color to it. Let's add a color to see what's happening here. Let's say background and say red, and let's refresh the page again, and you will see it is equally divided into 3 parts. If you open up the inspect element and if you see inside the developer tool, you can see inside the nav class we have selected only the div which is inside the nav class, but you can see it doesn't select the children of the left class. It's only select the navigation children. It is given the width of 33%. So let's cut this, and you can see here it is aligned side by side. So what we are going to do here, we are going to use a float property. So we are going to use float property. We'll say float left. So what it does, it will align all the div which is the children of nav side by side with the help of the float left property. If we refresh the page, you will see we have successfully aligned our elements side by side with the help of this float left property. We are not going to use this float left property to make our project like here. We are not going to use old method to make our layout. We are going to use new method. So in order to use new method, we are going to use a Flexbox model which will help us to build a flexible layout. We are not going to use old method to develop our website. We are going to use Flexbox method to build our website, and that will allow us to understand how to build a layout from the Flex properties, and with the Flexbox model we can develop very flexible website using this method. So right here we just giving the example. In the next videos we are going to achieve this by simple flex properties. So see you in the next lecture.